Visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at SarterHeyman.com.
Looking to upgrade your equipment and keep cash in your pocket? Through August at Landmark Implement, get up to a 24-month waiver on select John Deere tractors and combines, or lock in a 1.9% fixed rate for 36 months, followed by 6.2% interest fixed for up to another 36 months. When planning for this year's harvest, we've got a solution that works for your bottom line. Visit your Landmark Implement today and check us out at landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome into Business Builders on 93.7 The Ticket. Business Builders is where grit meets strategy and good ideas grow into great companies. Here are your hosts, Matt Warner and Rebecca Pearson.
Good morning. It is Saturday morning, 9 a.m. We are here, Matt and Rebecca, and our special guest, Jenna Vitosh, which we'll get to here shortly. It's a beautiful morning on O Street, Matt. What do you think?
I am going to warn you. I've been up since 4:30.
Okay.
And I'm on like my 17th cup of coffee. And Luke at the mill hooked me up with an extra shot.
Extra shot.
Whoa! Okay. I'm ready to go, baby.
I was like, where's our woo? All
right.
There
it is.
That's our job, right? We're here to wake you up, but also to bring you a little insight. So Matt and Rebecca, Business Builders. So if you haven't listened to us before, we are where grit meets strategy. Matt's the grit, and I don't know what I am. But anyway.
You're the brains, I'm the bronze, right?
Something like that. Anyway, and we hope to help you with good ideas that help you grow into great companies. So if you haven't listened to us before, our show, we'd love to have collaboration and participation. So we want you to call in or text in at 402-464-5685.
And I'm still looking for my lawnmower. Now,
yes.
I need a lawnmower guy.
Okay.
Come on, lawnmowers.
Come on. Okay.
I don't know what it is, but I want a lawnmower guy
So
or woman, whatever it is. If you mow yards, I want you on the show. Come on.
Classic entrepreneur. So if you're listening to us and you own a landscape company, a lawnmower company, something, text in. We want to talk to you. You're going to be one of our future guests. Okay. There's your opportunity, City of Lincoln. And if you're not in Lincoln and you own a lawnmower company or a landscape company, still text us. We will find a way to Zoom you in, which we can do. We want to talk to you. So, all right. Hopefully today we're going to have some interesting learnings and sharings, as we always do. And we're going to be spending time with Jenna Vitosh. But before we do that, what are you up to, Matt? Where are you going?
Well, first of all, I got a great question for you today.
Okay, all right.
Are you ready?
You're stumping Rebecca, yes.
Jenna,
Can I phone a friend if I need Jenna?
I can never stump her, but I think I went out of the realm. In America, it takes approximately 5 to 6 days to start a business. How many days does it take in Brazil? Yeah, right?
You might have me, except I ought to know this. So let me ponder that for 1 second. 6 months.
107 days.
Okay,
now, the reason why
say 3.
the reason why I'm fascinated by this is so what I'm fascinated about is people are like, oh, it's so hard to start a business, And I'm like, no, not in America. Mm-hmm. This is the greatest land ever, because even though there's red tape, and you ought to go to an attorney, you probably ought to have your all your license and stuff. And Klein Williams does all that for me. I just now, I'm practically starting a business every year now because I'm a serial entrepreneur, Bronco enthusiast. Bam. But I love it that America is actually a place that anybody can start a business. You just have to have the desire, the grit, and you have to have proximity, and you have to have people around you to cheer for you and to hold you accountable, and to not be yes men and women, but to say, no, you're being a moron. Go for it, baby.
Right.
That's what it's all about, which I think we're going to talk a little bit about that today. I'm sorry, Jenna, I really don't know you, but I'm so jacked up to meet you. Well, now watch out. My arms are going everywhere, and I'm all jacked up.
And if you're listening to us, make sure you tune in, because, watching this show is as fun as listening to this show. We get a little bit crazy, and we might have to, have a song, because, Farley and VJ have a song.
Oh, they do.
And Early Break has a rap. So,
we're going to have to come up with something.
Yeah, we are. I think we're going to.
Hey, now today, though,
yes.
I'm telling you, I'm going to David City, Nebraska for a washers tournament. Washers is a game that you throw washers in these little holes, and people take this very serious. Now, I've never played in this tournament, but we're going to have 32 teams competing.
Oh my God.
That's where I'm going to spend my whole entire afternoon today.
How many people on a team?
Well, just two.
It's
Paris. My son and I will be on a team. 32 teams of 2, and we'll play for the grand. And there's like a big belt buckle you win. I'll send you a picture.
Okay,
maybe we can put it online.
We'll post it.
But what are you up to today?
Okay, well, I don't even know what I'm up to today. Well, I've got lots of paperwork to do.
Hey, your hair's dry today when you came in.
But I couldn't find my pick to pick it out. It was a disaster. It's like a hair meltdown right before the show.
I love it.
And Jenna can speak to this a little bit, right? It matters, right? You've got to present yourself. So anyway, yes, I'm having a hair meltdown this morning. That's okay. So
you don't look like it if it makes you feel
you look great.
Thank you. And that's why you guys pay you. I pay you. No, I don't pay you anything. Okay. So today I do paperwork, but I'm going to the volleyball game tonight. So coming to see the pros play our stars. You are too. Excellent. All right. Ellie and I might have to jump on the mic tomorrow sometime, or when you're here next Monday.
Yeah, I'll be here Monday.
Okay, yeah. So we'll jump on the mic Monday and talk about the game. And in between that, I've got paperwork and errands and, the usual kind of stuff. So nothing super exciting. Mr. DP's in Chicago at UFC.
I love Chicago.
Right? So, I'm flying solo this week.
That's awesome. Good for you.
Awesome. All right. Shall we meet Jenna?
Jenna.
Okay, first things first. I keep forgetting to ask Jenna how to properly pronounce her last name, so I'm sure I messed that up. So please introduce
everybody messes
yourself.
it up. It's totally fine. Jenna Vitosh.
Vitosh. Okay, so the accent on the front part.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's how my in-laws say it.
Okay.
So I'm sure that, if you ask any other, you'll probably get a different story.
Okay. All right. And what kind of a nationality name is Vitosh?
It's Czechoslovakian.
Czech. Okay.
Oh,
all right.
Yakshimash.
I worked in the Czech Republic for several years.
I'm going there in September.
You are to Prague or something?
I'm going to Prague.
Yeah,
Melanie's 100% Czech. She actually has a pedigree. Like she comes from a long line. Yeah. So Yamamadad Kaneli Azeli means I love dumplings and sauerkraut. My mother-in-law makes the best dumplings and sauerkraut in the world. So I love the Czech. I'm half Polish, half mutt.
Okay.
So
how can you be half mutt?
I have no idea. Right. It's a long story.
Prague is lovely if you've never been, and I spent many weeks there because I worked in Belgium and in Prague. So
nice.
That's me. Anyway, we're not talking about me or Matt. We're talking about Jenna Vitosh. So Jenna, who are you?
Also a mutt. Just a mutt.
I love it.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything to even say I'm a quarter something, but I don't know where to begin.
Okay, well, start with, are you native of Nebraska?
Yes. So born and raised in Nebraska, born in Columbus, actually.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Spent a few years in Beatrice, and then my family moved to Lincoln when I was 5. So I've been here since I was 5.
Okay.
And, have done a variety of things, went to the university, thought I wanted to be an architect.
Okay.
Got a master's degree in architecture along with an undergraduate degree in civil engineering because I was adamant that I would own my own business and no man was going to tell me whether or not my building could stand up.
Okay.
I love it.
And so I got both degrees with intention to own my own company. And then I got out into the real world, working in engineering, working in architecture. And I was like, this sucks. It just wasn't for me. It was a lot of time behind a computer. And, I love math and problem solving and creativity, but I just didn't love not talking to people. It just didn't work.
Yep.
For me. It's a great field. Respect all my friends that are, still in that field, but it just wasn't outright for me. And my father has been a financial advisor for 35 years. at the time it had been 30 years or 20 years, I should say. So this was 15 years ago. I was like, I can't keep doing this. And decided to try out financial advising and went to work for his company and learned, got my tests, and I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
What'd you love about it?
I still got to use that creativity and the problem solving and the analytical thinking, not just creative thinking, but also, I mean, you're talking about somebody's money and financial plan and taxes and how things are being withdrawn, all those things. So I kind of got to use all of that, but still spend most of my day talking to people, right? And getting to know who they are and what matters to them, and then help them with that. And it just really, that I love it. Still do 15 years later.
Still do, yes. And you're still doing it. We're going to get to that. During your transition from realizing the first round of your career, which if you're a college student listening or a recent grad listening, maybe Ellie, you don't need to know everything about what you want to do when you walk out of the doors of the school. And most of us started with one thing and switched to another. I did, Matt did, we all did. So that's very normal. But during that transition, were you thinking, hey, I'm still not running my own business? Or had you let that go at that point? You're like, oh, I don't care if I have my own business or not.
I had enough autonomy that I think I had felt like I maybe was in control enough that it wouldn't bother me.
Because no man was going to tell you how to do finances. I love that. I've heard her say that before, is no man's going to tell me if my building's going to stand up or not.
And so, yeah, I mean, I think it had always been in the back of my mind. I mean, that's where Arrive came from, I think, is that like in the back of my mind that I still wanted something that felt like mine.
Yeah. So tell us about Arrive.
So Arrive was really born out of,
what is Arrive?
Arrive is currently a business center.
Okay.
We help women and minorities, underserved population, start and grow businesses. And I started that 6 years ago, really with this, from meeting women who were starting businesses and hearing the challenges and the things that they were struggling with, and really wanting to help bridge that gap as much as I could. Right. And I, so much of what I heard, I interviewed a lot of women, and over and over and over again, I heard a couple of things. And number one was they felt so alone, like that isolation in trying to start and run your own business. Even sitting at a coffee shop, we have the Mill, we've got fantastic coffee shops in Lincoln, but you can still feel alone in the middle of a busy coffee shop because you're the only one doing what you're doing. And so really kind of coming at some of these challenges that they were facing and saying, how do I get them access to resources and how to be able to start the business, education? How do I give them a place to feel like they're not alone, like create that community? And that's really where Arrive was born.
Well, I love it. I'm a serial entrepreneur, but I'm going to challenge you a little bit because I felt really alone. And I'm not
it's
a
not
woman.
Unique to women. It is not unique to women. Men just don't usually tell me their feelings, Matt.
Okay.
Well, what I found.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Congratulations. We're here to listen.
So get this. So I started my business when I was 18 and I ran it right into the ground by the time I was 29. It was awesome. Epic failure, complete, lost everything. And it's funny because most of my family was embarrassed by what happened to me and they let me know it. My most loved ones are the ones that told me, you failed, you did it. And for the longest time, I fought those feelings. And then I talk about feeling alone. Then I had to go get a real job that I had to go work for somebody else for minimum wage. So I went from making really good money to running it into the ground to literally, by the way, it hurts running your own business. Every single day you wake up, I've got 153 people that I make payroll for that scares the hell out of me that I'm going to do. And that's where, here's the nugget. I'm a big nugget guy.
Yep.
No matter what, when you run business, whether you're male, female, whatever it is, it's a lonely place.
Yep. Yes.
But I love it that you're focusing on women. I think that's great. Men do have more access to other things and they are more open to go talk to that. And, but I will tell you, I study the women's businesses probably more than I study men, because I am a man, so I know how I do it. And I know that I have to be open enough and wide enough. By the way, I do this thing called Monday morning meetings. I should teach this to you, because if you really want to teach entrepreneurs how to do business, you have to teach them how to stay in connection with all their people at all times. So I do this Monday morning meeting thing. When a young man got ran over, I literally broke down crying in front of 90 of my people, mostly men. I have a mostly male. We dig holes.
Sure.
Let's be honest. You don't see a lot of women out digging holes. I do have some women on my crews. They do a great job, but you're not going to see a lot of masons being women. It's just not what they do. They're smarter than us. They go use their brains. We try to use our bronze.
Civil engineering degrees.
But I broke down crying in front of my group because I told them I can't handle people getting hurt.
Yeah.
And that was the day that all of our people realized that I have a heart.
Yep.
I'm human. I hurt really, really bad.
And you care about them.
And I care about them a whole crap load. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to be soft on them, because I'm a lot. Let's just say that. I'm a lot to handle.
Really, I hadn't noticed. It's only been 14 minutes, Matt.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, I love what you're doing. Earlier we were talking, I love proximity, right? So no matter what you're doing, you have to surround yourself with people that are going to try to better you or try to bring you up. I teach this in our Monday morning meeting. So we do a life skill, leadership skill, and a safety topic. And the leadership skill is pretty easy. It's shaking hands. It's looking people in the eyes. It's making a connection. It's trying to figure out, can we talk about you and not me? Trying to extend ourselves. But the other qualities we try to teach is, hey, you got to be held accountable by somebody. And if you tell me the 5 to 7 people you hang out with the most, I could probably predict your bank account. I learned that from Jim Rohn. He teaches this he's dead now, but he taught this a lot, that you have to surround yourself with people that want to go higher, so that tide gets higher, and then all ships will go up, right? So that's the idea. So I love what you're doing. Tell me this, is it in a community? Is it on like a block or a building, or what do you have there?
Yeah, so we're in Hampton's building.
Oh, down south.
Yep, in Williamsburg.
Okay, I know right where that's at.
Hampton's been really good to us.
Hampton is an outstanding construction company. Huge shout out to them.
And landlord.
They're okay.
Great. They're
I did not know that.
Yep. So they also manage property and own property, and they've taken excellent care of us.
Well,
so it's been a really great place to build that kind of community in a beautiful space.
Oh, it is beautiful down there. Yeah.
And being able to give individuals a space to be. Now, I will tell you, Matt, we don't discriminate at our space. So we do have men that work there. But the focus was, what are women telling us that they want?
I love that. I think it's great.
And the men that work there, that resonates with them.
Yeah.
They support us.
Yeah.
They believe in us, and we all
Allies.
share that community.
Yeah. One of my absolute top people in our company is Sarah. She's been with me since we were in my kitchen. Like, she is my yin to the yang. She's like my work wife. We fight like we're married at work sometimes, but without her and without her sanity of telling me to knock it off sometimes, and me extending the ability for her to speak freely or get out.
Yep.
And I think has been important for our success. She has came to me more times than none saying, "Oh my gosh, our spending is out of control." And I'm like, "Whoa, what are you talking about?" And I'll have to try to justify what we're doing, and then she'll say, "No, it has to stop because of this, this, and this." And so I love the men and the women collaborating.
Yep.
I also think that if you're going to have a space for all of them to be together, now they can lean on each other, right? Which leaning on each other is a key, folks.
Yep.
You have to have somebody to lean on.
And you believe in culture so much that I want Jenna to talk a little bit about the culture of Arrive versus other shared workspace places, right? Other co-working spots. What's different about yours versus others in a way that makes it inviting to women or minority businesses in particular, but maybe to just anybody?
Yeah. We were really, and continue to be, we are really intentional about the community aspect from the beginning, and still are in creating multiple opportunities for our constituents to gather together and say, what's working, what's not working, to be in community from networking perspectives, have coffee together, but also learn together and have educational opportunities, small group education and learning. Our mastermind groups, I think, have really been a key difference, is that we create these.
Tell me about can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
Tell me about the mastermind groups. What are you doing on that? Because I've now have become a mastermind freak.
Okay.
I have my people signed up for masterminds all over, and we're doing them virtual all over the place. Robert Whitaker is a huge mastermind.
Yep.
Him and I are working on a Stephen Covey mastermind right now. Tell me about how does that work?
So we started with Napoleon Hill's methodology.
Okay.
Right.
Got
That
it.
you have a small group of individuals that are like-minded and all gather together for 90 minutes. Everybody gets a chance to share what's going on.
Why 90 minutes?
Because most people's attention spans can't get past that.
See,
it's hard.
So most of our masterminds are, most of them are men. So we go 60 minutes because we can't hardly keep them for 40 because men are so freaking hard to keep in well, obviously, right?
Yep.
There I go.
Squirrel.
All right. So your mastermind is 90 minutes. So you get around and do you pick topics or how do you do
75
this?
to 90 minutes. So we've tried a bunch of different ways. We have done just generic mastermind where you get these business owners together and then everyone talks about what their goals are and what they're trying to learn. And then you brainstorm solutions for that person. We've also done topic specific where we've had a mastermind on marketing strategy. And people who wanted to learn more marketing strategy and share ideas and learn and grow together and then I had a marketing expert leading that mastermind.
Nice.
So we've done it lots of different ways. Right now we have one. She is leading, Mandy Monson is on our board. She's board president and has done, you might know that name if in sports, if it sounds familiar. She was a volleyball player many moons ago. Know your Nebraska volleyball, Matt.
I don't even know pro sports. Do I, Rebecca?
No.
I don't know anybody. They drop names around here, and if you're not on the Bears or the Packers, I don't know who you are.
I'll allow it.
That's okay. We're gonna get Mandy in here because she's on my list for lots of things.
She's amazing, but she is 10X certified coach, and she's leading a group and talking a lot.
Is
about
that a Cardone thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Grant
talking
Cardone.
a lot about sales and how to grow your business that way. And so we've tried it a lot of different ways, and what we've found overwhelmingly is the power is getting those individuals in a room together and sharing those ideas.
How much do you charge for a mastermind class?
So right now, as a nonprofit, we aren't.
I don't like that.
Well, we charge. It's on a sliding scale.
Okay.
So for individuals that their businesses are making money, they pay.
They should pay.
The individuals that aren't don't. And so I truthfully, because I have a executive director running Arrive.
Okay.
Arrive was a for-profit business. We haven't even gotten into this. It was for-profit. It is now nonprofit.
501(c)(3).
Yep.
Yeah.
And so we have an executive director running it. She structured all of that so that we can serve those, again, targeting that underserved population. Those that couldn't afford it can still be in the room. So
here's what I love. I'm just going to talk about the paying thing. So I have a lot of young business people that'll call me and they're struggling most of the time with culture. I am a culture freak. Like it's my jam. Every day I wake up and because I'm a profit, people before profit type of person, right? Because people before profit will make you more profitable in the long run. So if you don't, even those companies that aren't making money, if you don't force them to pay and say, no, you have to pay, then they don't understand the hurt. They have to hurt in the Lord. In order for you to get stronger, you have to lift weights. You can't walk in the gym and say, make me stronger, muscle or weights. You have to do some lifting. So here's what I did. We do a mastermind class, and I told everybody, I said, listen, it's $300 a person. If you show up to all of them and you still didn't get your $300 value out of it, or you're hurting that bad, I'll give you your $300 back, but you're paying up front for it because you don't understand how serious this is, and that the hurt has to be there. The hurt has to be a part of it. I believe that pain makes you stronger, right? When you go through storms, you come out on the side stronger. Now you might break your mast, you might the boat might be arrived, you might be bailing out water, whatever it is, but you don't understand how to get through the storm until you do. So I'm a big believer on everybody pays, and then I usually take care of them in the backside and say, hey, let me help you out. Let me make it right with you and help you, because if they're doing it for free if you're giving it to them for free, that psychological trigger, and maybe I'm way wrong on this, but the psychological trigger of thinking, are we almost done? Uh-oh, Ellie, I saw Ellie's hand move, and I see this break thing.
Topic, though,
I'm so sorry. Jenna, I hope I didn't derail you with this.
No, I just respectfully disagree.
Yeah,
I love that. Rebecca and I do this all the time.
Ready to say, I love this show because we're giving two different perspectives. And we have 30 seconds to let Jenna give her kind of closing perspective based on what Matt said. And then we'll take a break and we'll come back. And that's what Business Builders is all about. What's your perspective? 30 seconds, Jenna.
The women that I'm working with often are facing other challenges that the money isn't totally up to them. If they have a spouse at home that's not supportive of their business, they may not literally have the money to do it. And so again, I want to challenge you a little bit that the money isn't always there. That isn't always a choice. And especially when you're working with women, I have heard things like, well, my husband doesn't want me to spend the money on that, or my husband doesn't believe in my business, or he thinks that this isn't real. So
great.
I
can't wait till we come back.
We're going to take a break because that's an awesome
good
place to start. It's a riddle to Matt. We don't have problems, only riddles.
Riddles.
So you get to be drafted to help solve this riddle, and we can talk about that a little bit. I want to talk about the structure of Arrive when we come back. This is 93.7 The Ticket. Don't forget to tune in. We'll be right back.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
I can't believe I just scratched that card. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with the child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Link to Literacy's 3rd annual Wordstock event will be at Antelope Park on Saturday, August 23rd from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's a community book swap festival with fun for the entire family and for all ages. Enjoy food trucks, kids activities, a reading corner with celebrity narrators, including Brian Helton, President and CEO, Director of Parks and Recreation, UNL athletes, and more. And of course, free books for all kids and adults. Go to linktoliteracy.org to get the full story and then make your plans to attend Wordstock.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Nutrition Authority invites you to check out the all-new Epic Effects. Epic Effects is designed to blast body fat, curb cravings, and provide the smooth energy to get you through the day. Home of free samples and better than internet pricing, Epic Effects can only be found at Nutrition Authority. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
The trip of the summer is coming. Collective Soul. Live. Summer Unity Tour 2025, August 21st, Pinewood Bowl Theater in Lincoln's Pioneers Park with Our Lady Peace. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Collective Soul, live, Our Lady Peace, together. You're listening to Business Builders on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Matt Warner and Rebecca Pearson.
Welcome back to Business Builders with Matt, Rebecca, and Jenna Vitosh. I got it right this time. So we were having a wonderful, different perspective conversation right before the break. And don't forget to listen to us on the app, text in or call in, drop us questions on any of the social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We'd love to hear from you, or just send us little emojis. That works too. So whatever you want to do, we were
Are we getting little emojis?
We're getting some emojis, which is great. So whatever you want to do, we want you to interact. 402-464-5685. Right before the break, we were just having Matt give his perspective and Jenna her perspective on, women getting support from businesses and men and that kind of a thing. And Jenna, you had given a wrap-up comment. Matt, you wanted to say one thing, then we're going to transition.
No. I love this. I love the thought process behind it. I also think that when you're a startup, you're right. It does hurt. And by the way, I was telling Rebecca that when I first started Empire, I was hurting, and obviously my family was not supportive of it because I had crashed and burned once. And to be totally vulnerable right now, my wife, my family, my grandparents were all like, "You're going to fail again." So that's why I always tell people, don't go to your family for advice because they don't ever want to see you get hurt. So they're always going to give you the advice that you probably shouldn't hear. You have to go to a neutral party and say, "Hey, what do you think I should do here?" But with that being said, I had a hard time at the beginning, and there's things that I couldn't afford to go on a golf trip and be with 7 other very successful business owners. And I figured out a way to scratch the pennies and go, and it hurt really, really bad. So I made sure I got all out of it. That's where I'm reaching from.
Yep.
Is when you have to scratch and hurt and make it hurt, you tend to pour into it more intentional than when you get something for free. I don't like free things. I used to do this all the time. I'll be like, let me pay for that. Let me pay for that. Now you have to figure out what is going to get me to really want to be intentional about my time.
And I agree with the sentiment. Just what I have found in working with women is that more often than not, especially if they're mothers and they're responsible for a household, that they feel like spending money on themselves, even if it's their business, is selfish.
Yeah. Bingo. It's about priorities. It's about choices. It's about how you feel. And it's about how systemically our environment sometimes makes women feel, or even men. I don't want to exclude them. We're just going to tell you that it happens more often to women than men. And this is a whole show in and of itself that will start in 2 weeks. And we'll have these kind of conversations. Okay. But it doesn't mean that there aren't people that are experiencing this at any level of anything. So what we love about the show is that we're giving you perspective. We're not saying we're right, you're wrong. It's not about that. It's about this is the perspective of that person and what they're
Now, during the
dealing
break,
with, right?
Jenna did throat punch me real quick. So I backed off real quick.
You're still standing. You're still standing. So one of the cool things that having Jenna Vitosh on is helpful to us for is talking about being an entrepreneur, starting at one thing and becoming another thing and pivoting and failing and learning. Not that she's failed. I don't mean to suggest that, but the learning process that comes with starting and being an entrepreneur. So
failing's not bad.
It's definitely not bad.
Fail
learn
fast.
Something. Yep.
Yep.
So tell us the journey you've been on since you started Arrive. You started to talk about how you started it. Where are you going with it?
Yeah. And I truthfully, Rebecca, it at times has felt like a failure.
Yep.
Right? Because in my mind,
why?
In my mind, it was going to at least pay for itself.
Yep.
I had this noble ideal of creating this, not necessarily to make money, but at least create this entity that could sustain itself,
cash flow, just cash flow, baby.
That's all I needed, is so that it would support
the habit,
support people
or the passion, or whatever,
and support women in my community. I mean, that's really what it was about. And I learned, it took me 5 years to admit this, that it just isn't going to cash flow. It just isn't. And a part of the problem is I didn't have a profit first mentality or profit anything mentality, really. It was just all about the people. And so I pivoted a year ago this time. We scrambled hard and fast to pivot to a nonprofit and actually apply for a federal grant. We were trying to become a women's business center.
Right.
In the last 6 months, how that worked out for us. I don't think any women's business centers have gotten checks this year.
Nonprofits in general are feeling the impact of the cuts. Yes.
And so, but what it did help me do is be able to pivot the story and how we position ourselves in the community, and being able to get funding from people who believe, like I do, that this is important, and figure out how to help Arrive continue to exist in a different way.
Yeah. And so you've been 1 year as a nonprofit.
Yep.
And I sit on the board just as part of the disclosure here for people listening to this, but it's because I spent part of my career prior to buying the ticket with DP, helping women-owned businesses get certified outside the United States. So the United States is a very conducive environment, which is why I said I should know the answer to Brazil. And I should have stuck with my first impression because I don't like to be wrong. But you get exposed to the challenges really of starting a business outside the United States, where generally the environment is not as friendly.
Horrible.
Right. But even inside the United States, even in Lincoln, Nebraska, where this is a very friendly community. All the nonprofits here still ask for and look for support. So this is my shout out on Jenna's behalf. Come visit Arrive and see what it is. You might still have a space available. I can't remember if we're full.
We're full.
I love it. Okay. So we are fully booked.
But you can get on the wait list.
You can get on the wait list, but it's a great space to come and do drop-ins. So you have all these drop-in desks where you can come in. I go lots of times because I'm in south of town. I live downtown. It's not convenient for me I want to, work for an hour before I go to the gym or my next appointment or whatever. So great drop-in space. Love the area. Nice kitchen. We've had meetings there. We've had groups there. All kinds of stuff that
it's beautiful.
It's like having an office away from home.
I just stalked you. I went on your thing during the break there, and I was looking at it. It's a beautiful space. I love it. It's good tones. Looks like you have some cubicles. Then you have some meeting spaces and rooms. I love it. I want to come down.
Please. Yeah, you are invited to come down, and you can come with me, or you can come when Jenna's there, or come meet Jenny, who's the executive director. So Jenny's a recent addition. So I'd like for you to talk about evolving to the founder owner to being a founder and stepping back from the business a little bit, because Matt can relate to this as well. So what's that journey been like for you personally?
Yeah, it was challenging. I mean, part of the reason that I started it as an LLC was because I didn't this is going to shock you. I didn't want to share in decision making with a board. Or
listen to one of
people.
Our previous shows, please, on this topic.
Yes.
And so last summer, having to form a nonprofit board and give up control was interesting.
Yeah.
It was challenging because
so hard.
it wasn't my call anymore.
Right.
And what's your greatest fear in that respect? Because we've talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, now you're putting me on the couch, Rebecca.
Yeah,
it's probably
sorry.
something about like that fear of losing control, and then what if a decision gets made I don't agree with?
That you don't agree with, yeah. Okay. And we have had a full show on this topic, which is why we're asking it. So sorry to put you on there, but you're not alone.
Yeah.
Matt can speak to this for sure, right? And we do the same things.
Yeah. I have handed off almost probably 90% of all of our businesses. Like I have stepped completely away. And what I found was, yes, they stumble and they make silly decisions that I don't agree with. But as a true leader, I now sit in the back of the room and I'm very quiet and I usually speak last. And I try to speak softly because I am such an alpha, male or female, whether you're male or female. If you're an alpha, you can take over the room and everybody looks to you, the founder, as everything you say. So you have to be very careful. But if you don't teach them how to go do that, then you're always going to be stuck there. And that's not what you want. You want to go do your newest adventure, which I didn't even realize that you did. Good for you. Holy cow. You're in the heat of the battle, which I freaking love. I just love it. I am such a serial entrepreneur that when I hear people doing new businesses, I have 1,000 questions for you but on your newest adventure. Can we go to the newest one? No.
One sec. I just want to wrap up this because I have something I want to
That's why you're here,
This is
Rebecca.
my final comment.
This is your job.
So this, as a founder, owner, letting go or letting other people take charge, it's real. Everybody listening to us today who has had any position of control, even if they didn't own their business, has gone through that. What's funny to me, so first of all, as good leaders, you want to let go because how did we learn? We made bloody mistakes.
Yep.
Right. And someone let us do that. And someone was chewing their nails off, watching us make the bad decisions. Right. So I think that's something as leaders, we just have to remind ourselves about. And if you're a business owner, think about that. But the other thing that always cracks me up, I challenge myself, is what's to say the decision I was going to make was actually the right one. Right. You're assuming because you don't agree with it, it's not the right one.
Right.
And so, as leaders that are evolving and developing, you have to challenge yourself that there might be two ways to skin the cat, might be different. Doesn't mean that decision's wrong. It might be equally successful. Hell, it might be more successful because we like to recruit talent to replace us. And we're happy to let people who are even better than us do things. And then that makes it even better. So those are my parting thoughts for wisdom, but perspectives.
And honestly, Rebecca, I was going to say, I have found that the powerhouse board that I put together, which you're on, and the fantastic executive director that they hired,
she's amazing.
I couldn't have left it in better hands.
Yeah.
So a year later, I'm feeling a ton better about it.
Good.
But a year ago, I was biting my nails and going, I don't know.
Right.
So
and it's just thank you for being real. Thank you for sharing because we all relate to it. Sorry to put you on the couch, but it was a great moment. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Take it away, Matt. Next adventure.
So you're going down this new adventure and you just told me you're 2 weeks into this.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about it?
So I realized, I think Arrive helped me realize, when you're an employee of a large corporation, you're running your own office and you get to do things, but there's a lot of things I wasn't getting to choose. And I don't think I totally realized that until I was able to choose everything with Arrive, which comes with its own set of problems, right?
Yeah.
Like
riddles. Yep.
No one is doing HR for you. No one is doing branding and marketing for you. No one is doing rental and real estate for you. But I also found out that I liked getting to choose. I wanted to have control over those things. And so 2 weeks ago, I started my own financial firm, Chloe Wealth, and just took the leap.
So now you're recruiting people. Tell me what's the perfect client? Is it the lawnmower guy? Is it a fence guy? Or is it like corporate America guy?
I would say the perfect client is somebody that has financial goals, has assets to look,
and wants to protect them.
And wants to protect them,
Yep.
but also that wants my advice.
Right.
And treats me with respect.
So are you, well,
I know that sounds silly.
No.
I just.
Yeah, it doesn't sound silly, but it does sound silly because if people aren't going to treat you with respect, well, then just give them the middle finger and tell them to buzz off.
Well,
but that's me, right?
Thank you for
By
doing
the
that
way,
on camera, Matt. That
oh,
was great.
sorry, doggone it, I keep forgetting. I thought that no one would see me. All right. So with that being said, I am intolerant of lack of respect. I don't care if you're male, female, whatever. Respect me too, by the way. I get walked on by women a lot because I do give them a chance, and then they want to pounce on me, right? Because they're like, they want to compete with me. And I'm like, don't compete with me, or don't compete against me, compete with me. We're on the same freaking team. Back off here, sister. And we have these dialogues in our place, and I love it. I have very, very powerful women in our company. We have mostly men.
Yep.
That's just
the nature of your business.
It's just
That's
how
the
it
nature
rolls.
Of the financial services business.
Yeah.
It's mostly men, is it?
Oh yeah, mostly men that do my job.
So describe what a wealth manager does, because I'm not sure.
Yeah, do you do
everybody
trust
knows.
funds? Do you do trust funds?
So I'm not a trust manager, and I'm also not an attorney.
Okay, got it.
So it's complicated and nuanced because so much of what we do overlaps or interacts with other industries, right? Adjacent industries. So I don't give tax advice. I don't give legal advice.
Right.
But I work with attorneys and lawyers frequently
to do that,
to help my clients have a holistic retirement plan.
So do you have a staff yet?
I do.
How many?
There are 4 of us.
Nice. And where do you house?
We're over at 56 Old Cheney, Nebraska Parkway.
Yep.
Yeah, right
awesome.
there.
Okay. So we're going to take that. So we're at Nebraska Parkway. We're going to take a break. We are at 93.7 The Ticket. Matt, Rebecca, and Jenna Vitosh. We'll be right back with Jenna.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hi, I'm Eli Barnes, Assistant Vice President at Midwest Bank at the 70th and Pioneers and 27th Jamie Lane locations. I love working with families and small businesses right here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Banking shouldn't be complicated, and that's why we make it personal. Whether it's opening your child's first account or securing a loan for your next big step, I'm here to help. Stop in today and say hello. I'd love to meet you. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Life changes, and sometimes that means changing where you call home. Whether you're downsizing, growing a family, relocating, or facing tough times, you shouldn't navigate it alone. I'm Laura Bonta-Bush with Woods Rose Realty, and I'm here to guide you with all your real estate needs. As wife of football coach Bill Bush, I understand the importance of teamwork and making sure you are supported every step of the way with honesty, integrity, and compassion. If you're looking for a game plan to buy or sell your home, text or call me at 402-525-0843. That's 402-525-0843.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool.
robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Old School with Foreman and Orman.
Any tips for a dad who just volunteered to be a YMCA flag football coach less than a week before the season started because no one else had volunteered to coach the fifth graders up to that point?
Tylenol for your headache.
Put some in your cup. Put some in your cup, and make sure your contract is 1 year only.
Medicate, bro.
Frank Reich. Frank Reich at Stanford.
Yep.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. You're listening to Business Builders on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Matt Warner and Rebecca Pearson.
We are live.
Hey, you to come talk and arrive.
Okay, there's a nice.
I'm buying my ticket
You're
to
live,
arrive.
Matt. So we just heard that offer. You are live, and we heard that offer, Matt, to Jenna.
Jenna's
So
scared the hell out of me.
You got to walk the talk, man. I know Matt well enough that I'm messing with him. I know he would totally, if he's sincere, he totally meant that. No issues. So welcome back to Matt, Rebecca, and Business Builders with Jenna Vitosh. We are having animated conversation, which is what we're all about. We're grit meets strategy. We're giving you perspectives, which is great. And we don't all have to agree, but we can respect that we come from different backgrounds. We have different learned and lived experiences, and we all learn something in the process. And I think raise all our boats, right? We get a better
high
perspective.
tides raise all ships.
So loving it. So right before the break, you were asking Jenna a bunch of questions about wealth management and who's the best client.
Yeah, so I really want to dial this down because what I think that a lot of people misunderstand is that I don't have the means to be putting away $50,000 a month. Mm-hmm. And I want to make sure that people know that you have a business out there and you have people in that are in your business that would love to take on a smaller startup business that maybe you're just doing $1 million a year and you need to put a little bit of money away because you should really take advantage of these Roth. You can put it into an IRA, flip it over to a Roth, and you can grow it tax-free. All these things. By the way, this isn't my total jam. I know enough to be dangerous. This is why you hire Jenna's firm. So tell me. Give me both spectrums. What's the perfect small client and what's the perfect larger client?
Yeah. And again, I wanted to create a firm where we could handle the capacity to serve the smaller client, right? Everyone has to start somewhere.
Right.
I was a 24-year-old putting $50 a month away in a Roth IRA, married to a second-year teacher, and that was all we had.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But you have to start somewhere, right? Good. So what did they say about planting a tree? The best time was 10 years ago. The next best time is today. Yeah.
I'm with you, sister.
So, I wanted to have capacity, and that's why I have the staff that I do. And they have the passion too, to make sure that we have enough people and enough manpower and woman power that we can serve the younger getting started all the way to successful, savvy business women who run their own portfolio or run their own business or whatever they are. If they're a CEO, if they're a business owner and are putting away serious money and preparing for that retirement transition and want good advice. And we can handle that too.
I love it.
I wanted to be able to serve that full spectrum because that you start there, but then you grow. And I'm only 40, so I got time.
Are you rubbing it in? I think she's rubbing it in.
I'm just saying.
She came in
Are you
to the
telling me?
millennial, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I used to throw you guys under the bus. But
Yeah.
I love Jenna dearly. She's
By the
amazing.
way, I've said for years, I
Yeah.
love millennials. I think millennials are awesome. Millennials just want to know
Well, our
why they're
future
doing
is
what they're doing.
counting on them,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
This is the leadership generation right now. So
Yes.
we're counting on Jenna and all her counterparts.
But
male or
I have
female.
time, right? And so I can watch somebody come in and get started and help them reach that retirement goal. So I'm very passionate about serving people. Again, that's why, originally you say, what's your ideal client? I'm like, somebody that has money to invest, takes my advice, and treats me with respect. And I mean that.
I love it.
But it can be both
All right,
ends.
so everybody out there, whether you're pushing a lawnmower, whether you're a busboy or a waitress or whatever your jam is out there, if you want some help, Jenna wants to help you. And if nothing else, you can say, hey, you're not quite ready for this. And I think that's an option too. Sometimes you just need a friend to say, hey, you're not quite ready. Here's what you need to be doing in order to get ready.
And does Arrive have a role at that, at that other level?
Absolutely.
Or not? Okay.
So at Arrive, we've done several education events for free to help people understand how to start saving for retirement, how to incorporate that into your business and save through your business, all of those types of things. And so it's
there's so much to that, isn't it? Right.
So
I mean,
much.
even like at Arrive, even like teaching key person replacement policies.
Yes.
Like all my key
Succession
people, by
plans,
the way,
yes.
all my key people, I have a life insurance policy on them. And at first I thought, wow, that is really morbid. But a friend of mine was like, no,
it's
what
smart business.
happens if Sarah leaves? If Sarah gets hit by the bus tomorrow, I know that sounds horrible. I don't know what I would do without her. I would be
The company would suffer.
We would suffer. So I put an insurance policy on her, on me, on Scott, on Jamie, like on our main core people, and said, hey, I want to make sure we have a plan. That's something that Arrive should be also teach, right? That's that jam of, hey, when you do start having some success, look at these plans and I never even thought of that without having a mentor. Hey, so tell me, back to Arrive. 6 years you've been doing this?
Yep.
Is there a couple that have really launched into they're like, I no longer need Arrive. I have to go buy my own building?
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah.
How do I meet those people?
I would love to introduce you to them.
Can we get one on the show and talk about their journey?
Stacy, I'm
1 minute. Oh, crap.
I'm sure
We're running out of time.
Jenna has to tell us who it is.
So Stacy Tamarius, owner of Sunflower House Cookies and now Butterfly Bakery, started at Arrive.
Rebecca, let's get her on the show.
She's fantastic, and her journey has been amazing. We're still avid supporters of Stacy and still connected with her.
And this is here in Lincoln?
Mhm.
I want to meet her.
Okay.
As soon as I can. I love this.
Yeah.
I love success stories. I love the entrepreneurial spirit, and I can relate, male or female.
Yep.
I know the pains and the burdens that we go through. I hurt daily. I also get to celebrate daily. And I think this is all part of it. If you don't like that, if you don't like being uncomfortable, then get the hell out of entrepreneurship because it's uncomfortable all the damn time.
Yep. Amen.
Straight talk. That's how I am.
Last 30 seconds, Jenna. Do you have any words of wisdom throughout your career as an entrepreneur that are worth sharing, or anything that you want to share with the audience?
I think don't be afraid to pivot.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Don't be afraid of change. Change is inevitable, and you can either grow with it and embrace it or fight it and be miserable.
Amen. I love that.
Love that. And with that, we will close out this version and episode of Business Builders with Matt, Rebecca, and our special guest, Jenna Vitosh. Thank you so much for being with us,
Thanks
Jenna.
for having me.
I
Great
love it.
conversation. Yes. See us next week, 9 a.m. Saturday.